right, let's talk about monitoring pathway, what it is and why it can be such a useful classroom management tool. So, at its most basic, monitoring pathway simply refers to the intentional path you take as you move around the room while students are working. So, instead of just wandering randomly, you're moving with purpose. You're going to follow a specific route that lets you see every student, check their work, and it's going to allow you to catch any issues early on. The key thing here is to be visible and to be observant. When students know that you're going to be circulating and that you'll be going right past them, they're more inclined to stay on task and actually work on the assignment. It's not really that they're afraid of getting in trouble or something like that. A lot of it is that when you put importance on what they're doing, then they see it as something that matters as well. What you want to do is establish a pathway that allows you to see student work quickly and easily. This usually means moving up and down rows, maybe cutting across the room, looping through tables in a predictable pattern, that sort of thing. So let's take a quick second and let's look at some pathway examples. So let's say this is your classroom setup. What's a good monitoring path to go through this? Well, it could look something like that. Notice we're starting at the teacher's desk, we're hitting every student along the way, and we're heading back to our teacher's desk. Various setups can look pretty much the same. I got my desk a little closer here, but I'm using the same kind of row pathway that I used with the other setup. If I've got my desks kind of in these little clusters, which are pretty common, I can just do a quick little loop and make sure that I'm hitting everybody along the way. If I'm doing this kind of presentation style setup, I got a quick little loop to get around and see everybody there too. If I got some kind of setup like this going, I got a nice little loop pathway that I can hit everybody. But keep in mind, I don't have to have my pathway specifically designed to hit the front of everybody. For example, with this layout, I can do just a quick little loop like this, and I'm hitting the front of these students in the lower section, but I'm actually going to the back of the students in the top section, which is okay. I can just look right over their shoulder and see what's going on. Now, specific layouts, I can have multiple pathways that work with them. For example, if this is my layout, I might be going straight up and down like this. I may be going across like this, or I may be just looping through like this. But be careful if you're going to do one of these kind of loop patterns. Notice these two desks in the middle are completely untouched. I'm not actually passing by those two. So I'm going to be sure that whatever pathway we're choosing, we're doing it so that we're hitting every student in the classroom. Now, having a monitoring pathway is also going to catch issues before they get out of hand. You can see who hasn't done anything, who's confused, who's off task, who's finished early, and so on. It's going to allow you to jump on issues right away instead of discovering 10 minutes into your lesson that half the class was stuck. Now, when you're choosing your pathway, one thing you want to plan for is you want your first couple of visits to be to your higher level students. If you visit those higher level students and they don't have it, or they don't understand what's going on, then it's a pretty good bet that the rest of the class is probably also having issues. This allows you to pause, back up, reteach at that point before you have a lot of wasted time. Now, keep in mind, you don't need to stop and talk to every student every time. Sometimes you're just scanning. Sometimes you're just giving a quick nod. Sometimes you're offering a short piece of feedback. And that's an important distinction. I think monitoring doesn't necessarily mean correcting. A lot of times it's reinforcing. So you're going to whisper, that's a good start. You're going to give a smile and a nod. You're going to give a thumbs up. Um, Things that can let the student know they're getting it. They're going in the right direction. You really want to be careful about parking yourself in one spot, like at your desk or the front of the room, or visiting the same few students over and over. And it's going to make other students check out because if they know you're not going to come their way, uh, they may check out. So having a pathway that covers the entire class fixes that because all students know you will eventually pass by. And this is one of those things that needs to become a classroom routine because um, if it's just something that happens in class, the students are a lot more likely to accept it uh, and actually work when they know that it's coming. When they see the same patterns day after day, it just becomes part of the classroom structure. And this is one of those things that can have a big impact on keeping students focused. It gives you real-time feedback and can help your classroom stay in control. So that is Monitoring Pathway.